sexual beings, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am excited about this journey. I'm finally doing this from my WhatsApp status, my mailing list, my Facebook and Instagram. I'm glad, I'm happy that I am finally putting a face to this talk on YouTube. And if you've been following my YouTube channel for the past 2 years, you will know that it has always been an audio kind of thing. But now you get to see this face telling you about what she has been talking about for the past 2 years. And if you've been a committed follower, I want to say special thank you. Thank you for joining with me. Thank you for doing this with me. Like you've always known, outside the church noise, outside the church rules and regulations, and outside the extremities of the societal standard regarding sex, Olubusola brings a balance to sexual education, to sex education. And if you are new here, I want to officially welcome you to this space. To this space, here I talk about sex, everything, everything sex. What the church is not talking about, what the world is not talking about, outside of the rules and regulations, and outside of the I don't care. This is a casual thing, world system. In this space, we bring a balanced view to sex. So my name is Olubusola. I'm a clinical nutritionist and a sex educator, and I love talking about sex. Like talking about sex gives me joy. If you want to see me in my core, if you want to see me in my energy, if you want to see me in my flow, just bring a sex topic, and I am all over the place. Hey, I love talking about sex. Yeah. So yeah, everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I want this space to be a space where we can communicate. I tell those in my mailing list, I'm your partner in intimacy. So yes, on my YouTube channel too, I want us to make this a community. I want to be your partner in intimacy. I want to take you on a journey, not just to enjoy your sexual pleasure, but to be a sexually sane human being, even as you raise sexually intelligent and sexually sane children. So it is going to be a lifelong journey, and I am excited that I am doing this with you. So let's do this again. Hello, sexual beings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Olubusola, your host. And like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about everything sex. So let's start with this. Every one of us is a sexual being, and that is going to be our lingo here. I'm going to be addressing us as sexual beings because we are created as sexual beings. Every one of us, everyone is a sexual being, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your financial status, irrespective of your class, you are a sexual being. But there is a gap. There is a gap between what you are doing presently as a sexual being and what you are supposed to do as a sexual being, because there is a way sexual beings behave. You're not a sexual being because you are able to engage in sexual activity. You are first a sexual being before the sexual activities. And until you get your beingness right, until you get who you are as a sexual being right, you cannot get your doings right. So before we move to the doings and all that, I'm going to make sure that we understand what it means to be a sexual being, a healthy sexual being, an intelligent sexual being. Because when you understand that, and when your partner also understands what it means to be a sane and intelligent, a healthy sexual being, you are going to engage in healthy, pleasurable sexual activity. So the gap between what you are doing presently before this knowledge I'm going to be sharing with you throughout the course of this journey and what you will now start doing after embarking on this journey is called sexual intelligence. Sexual intelligence. I know those of us that grew up in church, we've always had this negative aspect of sex where if you ask a random church person, what is sex? They cannot give you a valid answer. Most of them will say is that, oh, don't have sex until marriage. A that is what an average church person believes sex to be about. But that is not correct. That is incomplete. That is not the mind of Christ who created sex. Sex is more than the rules and regulations. Sex doesn't start from the rules and the regulation, no. And if you've always believed that sex is all about the rules and regulations, there is no way you will enjoy sex even after getting married. Yeah, even after getting married. And if you ask someone on the street that what is sex, they will not give you a healthy or balanced definition of what sex means. So that is why I say that the gap between what you know sexually now and what you are supposed to know that will change the way you behave is sexual intelligence. Sexual intelligence encompasses a range of skills. That made me remember there was time I was talking about, there was a time I said sex is a skill that can be learnt. Sex is a skill that can be learnt. And someone entered my DM and said, and criticized me saying I'm encouraging people to engage in sex before marriage because I said now it is one thing for me to say one a thing. It is another thing for you to hear what I am saying. I can be saying a thing and you're hearing what I'm not saying. So I just posted on my WhatsApp status that sex is a skill that can be learned. And someone entered my DM and said, "Can I say it in front of my pastor that people should go and engage in sex before marriage because that is what they are hearing?" I'm like, hello, I cannot stoop so low to your level of intelligence. I am going to block you because sincerely, I am tired. I am tired. I am. I cannot deal with the level of intelligence some certain people exhibit. Like, no, I cannot deal. I cannot stoop so low to that level of intelligence. So, sexual intelligence provides you with the knowledge, the attitude, and the skills that you need to understand everything about human sexuality. Like I said earlier, the gap between what you know now and what you ought to know as a sexual being lies in sexual intelligence. The gap can be covered by sexual intelligence, and sexual intelligence allows you understand yourself, allows you understand your sexual desires, your sexual needs. If you are not self-aware, if you are not self-aware, there is no way you'll be able to govern yourself. Yeah, if you are not sexually self-aware, there is no way you'll be able to govern yourself sexually. And if you cannot govern yourself sexually, you can never be able to master yourself sexually. And if you are not a master of yourself, I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what you are doing. I don't know the spirituality you are exhibiting. I don't know. I sincerely don't know. So sexual intelligence puts you in that space to be self-aware and also know your partner. Another thing sexual intelligence allows you to do is to navigate relationship, healthy relationship. When it comes to relationship nowadays, the street is dirty. The dirty pool is mad. The dirty pool is a mess, especially when you now bring sex into it. Sexual intelligence allows you navigate sex in relationship in healthy and balanced way. So if you've always have a clouded head about sex in relationship, join me on this space and we are going to give you a balanced and healthy view on sex in relationship. And finally, what sexual intelligence allows you to, empowers you to do is to make informed sexual decisions. I am tired of people saying, what should I do when my partner asks me for sex? Like, how old are you again? Let me know if I should go and bring Oraimo cord. We see adults waiting on their pastor to give them word of mouth before they will know if they should say yes or no to a sexual advance from somebody. We see adults waiting on a social media influencer to give them word of mouth to go and engage in a sexual activity. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sexual intelligence allows you to grow, to be able to make informed decision. If you cannot make informed decision for yourself, then there is no need opening your legs. There is no need opening your legs. A lot of people cannot make informed. It is one thing to make a decision. It is another thing to make informed decisions. Like, I am tired. And they talk about condoms and how my partner wants condom, my partner doesn't want condom. Like, oh my, oh God, people are, I don't know, but things are happening. It is obvious that we lack education. It is obvious that we lack sex education. The kind of things happening in the world now relating to sex just goes to prove that there is a gap, that we are all lacking in sex education. We all lack sexual intelligence because these things do not just come to you. It is learnt. Yeah, sexual intelligence don't just come to you. You will learn. It is a school of knowledge. It is a school of thought. Yeah, it is a school of thought. Just the same way we have adults who do not understand finances because they've not been exposed to that school of knowledge, to financial education. It is still the same way. It is, see, sex is not just limited to penis entering vagina. No, the fact that you are able to enter a vagina or you are able to receive a penis doesn't make you a sexual being. No, it is the knowledge you have, the healthy knowledge you have, the positive attitude you have, and the skill that you have that make you a healthy sexual being, which translate to you performing healthy, pleasurable sexual activity. It starts with what you know. Because your sexual activity flows from what you know. And when what you know is wrong, your sexual activity will also be wrong. I do not care the number of orgasms you have. Yeah, I don't care the number of orgasms you have. So that's for that. So what are the components of sexual intelligence? Coming on this journey of sexual intelligence with me, what are the changes you will see in your life? Number one, self-awareness. You will be self-aware. You will know your sexual desires. You will know your sexual wants. You will know your boundaries. The fact that you engage in sexual activity does not mean you shouldn't have sexual boundaries. You will know your sexual values. Most people do not even know that they're supposed to have sexual. Most people don't have life values. Let's start from there. Most people don't have life values. So how much more sexual values? Coming on this journey with me will help you to understand, and you'll be able to draft out. I'm not the one that will feed you. No, 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 no. We will do it together, but you'll be responsible enough to do it on your own. You draft out your sexual values. Yes, yes. Your sexual values will speaks to your sexual activity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I want to say more, but I'm just trying to just calm myself down. Your sexual values, because there is a kind of sex you should not be engaging in, and if you don't have sexual values, I see no reason why you should be engaging in sex and you are scared. Like, why? You shouldn't. If you are going to be scared, if it's going to be from a point of guilt, if you are not going to be nasty, because sex is a nasty act, if you are not going to be nasty, if you are not going to be vulnerable, if you are not going to be honest, if you are not going to be able to talk, then you shouldn't be stressing, you shouldn't be frustrating your partner if you're not going to be open to yourself. So sexual intelligence will allow you to be self-aware. You will know yourself. You will know yourself sexually. You will know your sexual anatomy. You will know yourself psychologically. You will know your sexual boundaries. You will know what consent means to you. Because, yes, you know what consent means to you. Sexual intelligence is an interesting topic, especially when it comes to this self-awareness. Some people, some people are not comfortable in their body. So please, how are you enjoying sex if you are not comfortable? If you do not love your body? Most people do not love their body. To not make matter worse, most people are engaging in sex with people that do not love their body. Like, ow! Your partner sees your body with your partner looks at your body with disgust, and you are still opening up yourself to have sex with this person. Like, come on, come on! Why? Because you lack sexual value, because you do not know what your sexual values are. Because if you do, there are some sexual activity you will not be engaging in. There are some people you will not be having sexual engagement with. Yes. Another thing sexual intelligence helps you do is to be emotionally intelligent, whereby you get to know how to regulate your emotions. And believe me when I say couples are guilty of this. A wife will say, "Oh, I'm tired. I cannot have sex now. I'm very, very tired. I've been working since," and the husband will start throwing tantrums. We see this everywhere. This is not a cliche. We know these things happen. We see this everywhere. Why? Simply because someone lacks emotional intelligence, simply because someone lacks how to regulate their emotions, simply because someone does not know how to receive no. No is an answer. The same way we receive yes, we should also learn to receive no. Yes, no is an answer, and it is a valid answer. Another thing sexual intelligence helps you do is you get to learn how to communicate. Most people do not know how to communicate. This is not just by talking. Can you listen actively? Can you engage in open conversation? Can you engage in vulnerable conversation? Can you engage in secured conversation? Can you engage in honest conversation? Can you give constructive feedback? Like, can you become enough to listen to your partner? So, sexual intelligence allows you to grow, to learn to communicate with your partner, because sexual acts is between two people. And if you're engaging in any sexual act and both of you are not satisfying yourselves, then what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? So, sexual intelligence helps you to be able to communicate. Another thing sexual intelligence does is for you to be able to understand cultural competence. We have thousands, we have millions of culture in the world. And these cultures, these different cultures, have different beliefs regarding sex. The fact that we do not believe in the same thing does not mean they are wrong and I am right. No, I need to understand that. I need to have that understanding that the fact that my culture and the other culture do not believe in the same thing regarding sex does not mean one is right and one is wrong. So I should be graceful enough, I should be responsible enough, I should be human enough to be able to accept, to be able, okay, don't let me say accept, because it is okay if you do not want to accept a belief, but you should be graceful enough to understand that, okay, this is what they believe in, and it is okay by them. That is all. This is what you believe in, and it is okay. It doesn't make you less human. It doesn't make you a bad person, as much as it is not hurting anyone. So, sexual intelligence allows us to be able to understand people's culture and embrace diversity. Yes, embrace diversity. Another thing sexual intelligence does is that it helps us to be sexually literate, whereby you get to understand your sexual anatomy. I don't know why you have a body and you do not know what your body looks like. Most people cannot stand in front of a mirror naked. Why? Like, why? Why? Oh, and don't let me even start with touching your body before they will not come and hug me in the neck. Most people do not know what their body looks like. Why? You are going to be with your body for the longest time. Now, if you do not know what your body looks like, if you do not love your body, if you cannot touch your body, how will you be able to look at a partner's body? How will you be able to touch your partner's body? How will you be able to be mesmerized by your partner's body when your own body does not even do that to you? Sex is first personal before being paired. So if you've not done the work on yourself, how will you be able to do the work on your partner's body? So you want to be able to, you want to grow, you want to be self-aware to the extent whereby you enjoy spending time with your body. Like, you enjoy your body, you you love your body. You've learned to listen to your body, because your body is always speaking to you. And the ability to listen to your body is a skill. It is hard work. It is not easy. It is not something you just wake up and you start doing. Intentionally enjoying sex, consciously enjoying sex is hard work. It is hard work. And it is unfortunate that what has made sex just penis entering vagina, or just being able to entertain a vagina or entertain a penis. I mean, sex is work. Sex is hard work. From you being a sexually sane being to you being able to pleasure your partner, it is work. It doesn't come easy. And this is something sexual intelligence helps you to achieve. You are aware enough to know what you can do, what you should do, what you should not do. You are a human being that has the ability to think. Leverage on that. Don't be lazy. Don't live life with learned helplessness. Don't be irresponsible with your life sexually. No, don't be. Don't give your sexual power to someone else. Should you be accountable? Yes. Should you have authority? Yes. But come on, your sexual life is your business. Yes. Be aware enough to know today that your sexual life is your business. This is the reason why a lot of people run away from consequences, because until you learn to accept your action, you will keep running away from consequences of your action. Yes, let me say it again. Until you've learned to accept your action, you will keep running away from the consequences of your action. A lot of people are doing things because their favorite social media influencer said so, or because their pastor said so. No, until you've grown to say this is my decision, you will keep running away from the consequences of your decision. So sexual intelligence allows you to be able to grow to the space where you make informed sexual decisions on your own. I do not say just sexual decisions, but informed sexual decisions, because there are lots of misinformation, lots of misconception. Another thing sexual intelligence helps you to be able to achieve is you have knowledge about sexual literacy. Yes, you are sexually literate. Yeah, it is very, very possible to be a sexual illiterate person. But sexual intelligence allows you to be sexually literate, whereby you learn about everything sexuality, from from the body anatomy to the psychology of sex to emotional well-being to physical well-being, like everything that encompasses sexuality, you are aware, you have knowledge about it. What defines an intelligent being is the ability to think. Yes, the ability to think, whereby you're not just thinking, but you're also questioning your thoughts. Not just that, you are questioning the thought that is making you think that thought. So it is a deep work. So sexual intelligence allows you to question stereotypes. Question When you ask a random person what is sex, they cannot give you their own definition of sex because they do not have. They'll give you that what their pastor has said, no sex to marriage, don't cohabit, don't do this, or they'll give you what their social media influencer has said. Oh, you can do casual this, you can do this, you can do that. Most people do not have their own view of what sex means. And I don't know, is it that we are not thinking, or we do not know, we are supposed to have our own definition of what sex means? It is high time we stopped regurgitating what other people are saying and start forming our words, start forming our own thoughts, forming our own belief system, forming our own values. For how long are we going to keep feeding off other people's thoughts? You are an intelligent being because you've been given the ability to think. So we should start making use of our brain. Sex is your responsibility. I said this earlier. And yes, you will keep running away from the consequences of your action if you've not learned to accept your action, if you've not learned to grow. Critical thinking, sexual intelligence will help you to grow where to the extent whereby you're able to think critically. You are questioning stereotype, you are questioning belief system, you are questioning generational old pattern, you are questioning patterns that people have always believed in, patterns that have been passed from generation to generation, and you are forming your own life, forming your own words, forming your own spellings, forming your own incantations. Yes, because words are incantations. So you are forming your own language. Yes, you are forming your own sexual language. Every one of us has sexual language, and it is so unfortunate that it has always been other people's sexual language. So it is high time you, as a sexual being, form your own ABCD of sex. Yes, form your own sexual language. You are an intelligent being. Think. Now, people shouldn't be doing the thinking for you. And this is what sexual intelligence will help you to do. It will help you to achieve. And finally, sexual intelligence helps you to grow to be an overall healthy person, whereby your spiritual life is checked. And when I say spirituality, I'm talking about religion. Spirituality is you basically living life from the point of view of the creator. Now, your spirituality is you basically living life from the viewpoint of your creator. The religion you choose is the channel through which this expression come to life. So if you are a Muslim, you are expressing the viewpoint of your creator through the Islamic belief. If you are a Christian, you are expressing the point of view of your creator through the Christianity belief. Any other religion, you're just expressing what you are seeing through that lens via that channel. So spirituality is not a religion. Spirituality is you and your creator. Then your religion is how you express the light you have received. And it is very, very possible that religion, in a way, can limit how you can express the light. And that's even another topic on its own. So, sexual intelligence allows you to understand the sacredness of sex because all religion understands the sacredness of sex. Yes, outside of the rules and regulations, sex is sacred. Sex is sacred. Another thing sexual intelligence allows you to put in check is your mental and emotional health. Because if you are not mentally okay, there is no way you can enjoy sexual pleasure. It is not possible. And also, your sexual health. Sexual intelligence allows you to understand how to navigate your sexual health medically, psychologically, physically. Yes, the kind of nutrition, the kind of exercise you should be engaging with, the kind of atmosphere, the kind of environment you find yourself, the kind of circle you have, the kind of people you have around you, and all these things contribute to your sexual pleasure. And during the course of this journey, we are going to be exploring different topics that will help you to be self-aware, that will help you to understand pleasure, help you to understand sanity, helps you to be exposed to the level of knowledge. There is something I always say. We have different levels of knowledge. We have different levels of knowledge. And when it comes to sexuality, also, we have different levels of knowledge. We have the low level and we have the high level of knowledge. The low level is for normal people. The low level knowledge is for normal people. And I'm going to classify the rules and regulations under the low level knowledge. Under the low level of knowledge, the rules and regulations. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. That one that they teach you in church. Yes, it's under the low level of knowledge. There is and this is not even Rema, this is not Remo, this is not Remileku. It is just you being responsible. It is just you being self-aware. The Bible says God keeps things in mystery, and it is the honor of kings to search it out. If you want to operate in high level of knowledge, it is not common. This kind of knowledge is not common. You'll be wondering, okay, don't let me say this. This kind of knowledge is not common in the sense that this information is not for everybody because it is not everybody that can do. Do you know what it means to search out knowledge? High level knowledge is you cannot easily pick it. You cannot easily see it on the street. You cannot easily see it on social media. No, because it is from deep work. It is from deep soul work. It is from you healing from your traumas, healing from information you've always heard growing up, healing from stereotypes, healing from people's healing from other people's belief about sex. It is you doing the work. It is you thinking. It is you questioning the thoughts on your mind. It is you questioning the reason why you are thinking that thought. So it is deep work, and not everybody is able to do that deep work. In fact, for you to be able to do the deep work, it is either I am always in your face or you are intentional enough to want to do the work. Yes. So there is low level knowledge and there is high level knowledge. So if you are intentionally going on this journey with me, you are going to start operating in the high level knowledge of sexuality. I'm not the one that will give you the information. No, you are going to walk into it yourself based on what you've done with yourself in your own personal space. So if you've learned something new, if you are as excited as I am to start this journey, do well to like this video, do well to share this video. Yes, bring your folks, come on, bring your folks, bring your church folks, bring your schoolmates, bring your friends, bring your colleagues, bring your family members. People need to be exposed to this balanced knowledge relating to sexuality because the world is a mess. Sexual information outside is not something we want to feed our children, because I'm not even going to advise anybody to continue with the no sex to marriage information with their children. It has not saved anybody. I'll be saying this and I'll keep saying it. The message no sex to marriage did not save our generation. Neither did the message sex is casual, sex is you can access anyhow. Still did not save our generation. So come on, what should we do? Obviously, we need to start thinking, because the knowledge that have been passed across to us did not save us. So we need to be responsible enough to now sit down and think. This did not work. This did not work. What should work? What should work? What should we do? What should we do again? What should we remove? What should we unlearn? What should we learn? What should we relearn? So invite your people. I'm excited to meet you. My name is Olubusola, and I want to be your partner in intimacy. Let's do this journey together till I come your way the next time.